Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint. Retirement should be about enjoying the finer things in life, right? Like finally having the time to travel or maybe hitting the golf course whenever you feel like it.
That's right. You've worked hard your whole life to build the kind of lifestyle you want, and you deserve to keep it going strong into your retirement years.
Exactly. And let's be honest, these days with the economy doing its thing and inflation still kind of lurking around, you got to be smart about how you protect your savings.
Especially if you've got a good amount of wealth built up already. You don't want to see it disappear because of factors outside of your control.
That's where Gold IRA comes in, right?
Yeah,
Something a lot of our listeners have been asking about and for good reason.
definitely. There's a lot of interest in gold right now, especially among folks who are thinking about retirement and long-term financial security.
So for anyone listening who maybe hasn't dived into the world of Gold IRAs yet, can you give us a quick breakdown of what they are and how they work?
Sure thing. So a gold IRA is basically a retirement account, just like your traditional IRA or 401k. But instead of holding stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, it holds physical gold.
Ah, okay. So instead of betting on the stock market, you're putting your money into something tangible,
Ye-
something with a history of value.
Right. That's the idea. Gold has been considered a safe haven asset for centuries.
Huh.
And especially during times of economic uncertainty, it tends to hold its value pretty well.
I see. So it's like a hedge against all the craziness that can happen in the financial world.
Exactly. Plus, with a gold IRA, you get the same tax advantages as a traditional IRA. Your investments grow tax deferred, and you don't pay taxes until you start taking distributions in retirement.
That's a huge plus. Now, before we go any further, I do want to remind everyone that we have a free Gold IRA checklist available in the first link of the description.
Sure.
If you're thinking about opening a Gold IRA, it's a great resource to help you get started.
Absolutely. We put that checklist together to make the process as easy as possible for our listeners.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening and they're intrigued by the idea of a Gold IRA. What are some of the first steps they should take?
Well, the first thing I would say is do your research. There are a lot of different gold IRA providers out there, and it's important to find one that's reputable and trustworthy.
Yeah, you don't want to just hand over your hard-earned savings to
Yeah.
anyone, right?
Yes, definitely. Look for a provider that has a proven track record, excellent customer service, and transparent fees.
And speaking of fees,
Yeah.
what kind of costs should people expect when setting up a Gold IRA?
There are typically a few different types of fees involved. One is the setup fee, which covers the cost of opening the account. Then there are annual maintenance fees and storage fees for holding the physical gold.
I see. So it's important to factor those costs in when you're comparing different providers.
Right. And make sure you understand exactly what you're paying for before you sign anything.
Okay, good advice. Now let's talk about the gold itself. When you open a Gold IRA, you're not just buying any gold, right? There are specific requirements.
Yeah, the IRS has strict rules about what kind of gold can be held in a gold IRA. It has to meet certain purity standards.
So you can't just toss in your grandma's gold necklace.
Uh-huh. No, unfortunately not. It has to be investment grade gold, like gold bars or coins that are approved by the IRS.
That makes sense. Now, once you've purchased the gold, where is it actually stored?
It's stored in a secure depository, which is basically a high security vault specifically for precious metals.
So it's not like I have to worry about hiding gold bars under my mattress.
Nope, definitely not. These depositories are incredibly secure and insured, so your gold is safe and sound.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, I'm curious, what are some of the potential benefits of having a gold IRA?
Well, as we talked about earlier, gold has a history of holding its value during times of economic uncertainty. So it can act as a hedge against inflation and a potential safeguard for your retirement savings.
And I remember reading in one of the articles we were prepping for today's deep dive about a retiree who was really grateful that they had diversified their portfolio with gold during the 2008 financial crisis.
Exactly. When the stock market plummeted, that retirees' gold holdings helped cushion the blow and protect their overall wealth.
So it's not just a theoretical benefit. It can really make a difference in real-world situations.
Absolutely. Plus, gold can also help to diversify your retirement portfolio.
Yeah, because as much as we all love the stock market, it can be pretty volatile.
Right. So having some of your retirement savings in gold can help to balance out the ups and downs of the stock market.
Okay, so we've talked about the benefits. Now, what are some of the potential downsides or things to watch out for with a gold IRA?
Well, one thing to keep in mind is that gold doesn't generate income like stocks or bonds do. So it's not going to pay you dividends or interest.
Right. It's more about preserving wealth than growing it rapidly.
That's a good way to put it. Also, as we discussed earlier, there are fees associated with a gold IRA. So you want to make sure you're comfortable with those costs.
And it's crucial to choose a reputable provider, as we talked about earlier.
Right. Absolutely. If you go with a shady provider, you could end up paying excessive fees, or even worse, losing your investment altogether.
So definitely do your due diligence and choose a provider you can trust. And speaking of resources, don't forget to check out our free Gold IRA checklist in the description. It's got a ton of valuable information to help you make an informed decision.
For sure. That checklist is a great place to start your gold IRA journey.
So let's recap. For anyone who's thinking about opening a Gold IRA, what are the key takeaways they should keep in mind?
Well, I would say the first thing is to understand that a gold IRA is a way to diversify your retirement portfolio and potentially protect your savings from inflation and economic uncertainty.
And remember to do your research. Choose a reputable provider with transparent fees, and make sure you understand the IRS requirements for holding gold in an IRA.
Exactly. It's also important to think about your overall retirement goals and how a gold IRA fits into your plan.
Right. It's not a magic bullet, but it can be a valuable tool for certain investors.
And don't forget to grab our free gold IRA checklist. It's packed with helpful tips and information.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with this thought. If you're looking for a way to potentially safeguard your retirement savings and add some stability to your portfolio, a gold IRA might be worth exploring.
It's all about taking control of your financial future and making choices that align with your goals.
Well said. Thanks for joining us today on the Gold IRA Blueprint, and we'll see you next time.
See you again.